Hey Warhawks, we're back with another episode of the Creating Connections podcast, where passions become professions. I'm your host, Elijah Moore. Today's guest is Ben Pintar, a music education student who's involved on campus at UW-Whitewater. In this episode, we dive into the topics of being a leader on campus, his experience being in musical productions, and his journey as a UW-Whitewater student. So, thank you, Ben, for joining me on this podcast episode. So let's get to know who you are. Who are you and what is your background?
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. So, again, my name is Ben Pintar. I'm from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. I'm a second year music education student here at Whitewater. I play the clarinet as well as drums, piano, a few other instruments, and I sing. And I'm just involved in a few ensembles and a few organizations here on campus, especially music organizations.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. As someone interested in music and music education, what got you interested in wanting to actually pursue it at Whitewater?
Yeah, actually, it was like my love for music education and like my passion for it actually started here at Whitewater. In high school, I would actually come here every summer for band camps, and working with the director of bands here, Dr. Glenn Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
He really inspired me. His passion for music and the infectious nature he has with that passion really connected with me, and it inspired me to pursue a career in music and hopefully inspire future musicians to come.
Mm-hmm. So then you said you've been coming to Whitewater in high school every summer. Was there like a summer camp or
Yeah,
something?
so every summer, Whitewater actually hosts middle school and high school band camps.
Mm.
So we come here for like a week. We work with, I think, a lot of alum that are current like band directors, faculty, and whatnot. Just like rehearse for a concert, and we perform at the end of the week. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great experience that I had.
Yeah. Awesome. What is your favorite song or piece of music at the moment? Just a little fun question.
Oh, um, I can give a couple answers
Yeah.
because I like a lot of music.
I figured it was hard.
My favorite, I would say my favorite song is actually, I don't know if you know it. You probably might. Little Talks by Of Monsters and Men.
Yeah.
It came out in like 2010, I think.
Yeah.
But speaking kind of like classical music, I'm a big Gustav Holst fan. He has this suite, the Planet Suite. A lot of really cool pieces in that. And I like that one as well.
Yeah. Funny thing, I was actually just listening to Little Talks on my way to campus.
Oh my
I put on
gosh.
my folk playlist or
Oh
type of
yes.
style.
No, I love
And
that
so
that folk
that came on.
music.
That's crazy. What a coincidence. Awesome. Let's jump into topic number 2, who you are as a CoAC student. So how are you involved on campus?
Yeah, I'm in multiple ensembles. The wind ensemble, I'm in the orchestra. Um, a few like I'm in a barbershop chorus, a little bit of singing as well. I'm in different music organizations. I'm in the National Association for Music Educators, NAFME. I'm a part of GEN, the Jazz Education Network. I'm also a part of SNATS and ACDA. That's the ooh, I think SNATS is like they're both actually like singing organizations. So ACDA is like American Choir Directors Association,
Mm-hmm.
and SNATS is student. Actually, can't remember what exactly it is, but
Abbreviation.
it's another. It's kind of more focused on solo voice, whereas ACDA is more focused on like choir. So I keep myself involved in different things. I'm also part of Phi Mu Alpha Sinfonia, the prospective charter we have here on campus.
Mm-hmm.
The music fraternity.
Mm-hmm. Uh, I know that the marching band is huge. Are you also part of that or
Yes,
no?
yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I was in
No,
spring
I was
mind,
like,
but
you're in
yeah, in the
everything.
fall, marching band. In the spring, I'm a part of a clarinet ensemble, so I
Oh
keep
wow.
involved
Yeah.
with a lot of ensembles.
Oh wow, that's impressive. You're a part of huge performances and productions on campus, and also hold leadership positions in both Phi Mu Alpha Sinfonia, and like you mentioned, the Jazz Education Network organization. How do you find the time to balance literally everything and your own personal endeavors?
Yeah, I would be lying if I were to say it's easy. It's definitely not.
Mm.
It takes a lot of commitment and a lot of dedication. You really need your game face on most of the time. You can't really let all these different stressors really get to you too much.
Yeah.
But like the biggest thing I could say is staying organized as well as you can really makes everything going on a little bit more manageable.
Mm-hmm.
Dedicate, time management as well. Dedicate your time to everything when you can and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Just get it done one by one, and don't let the magnitude of everything really get to you,
I agree.
because then you just can't keep up.
I agree. Life can really like get in the way, so it's definitely a learning process. And then you were awarded a scholarship. How did you feel winning the Gala Concert scholarship in fall of 2025? So last year.
Yeah, yeah. It's been immensely helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a few scholarships I've been awarded through the music department, and it's really awesome to see how the department is able to support the students, and it comes from community support because the Gala scholarship especially is mainly funded through the big Gala celebration we have every winter. Huge community involvement and donations really makes it possible for the music department to support the students financially, because it's not easy trying to get through college, especially if you have a schedule like I do as a music major. You don't have much time to really work and get money during the school year.
I agree. While researching you, you stated that you wanted to find a job as a high school band director. Why? And is that still the case?
Yes. And why, I would say, kind of thinking back to what we talked about earlier, I really felt like when in high school, when I decided that I wanted to become a high school band director, I really felt that a music educator can truly make a difference in the world, even if it's not, a large impact. But if you can change one person's life, inspire them through music and whatnot, that's immense. Like it's amazing the impact you can have as a music educator.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sort of like don't give a man a fish, like teach him how to fish, sort of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Let's move on to topic 3 on how you're involved on campus. So you're the president of Phi Mu Alpha Sinfonia Fraternity. We can both agree that this takes a lot of responsibility. What goes into being a leader of this fraternity?
Yeah. It takes being organized again. You got to keep all your ducks in a row to make sure everything functions properly.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes also a certain level of sociability and charisma, I guess you could say. Definitely, feeling comfortable putting yourself out there, to make connections and really sell the organization,
Mm-hmm.
and living by the values of the organization to really lead by example.
Yeah.
Inspiring people to become better musicians and better men in the process.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to take that step first, so others will follow.
I agree. Walk me through your biggest obstacles or challenges.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So right now, the kind of position we're in with the chapter,
Mm-hmm.
we're actually a prospective charter. So we're working on actually getting the chapter reinstated, actually, because there was a chapter here until 2016 and it actually disbanded.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're working to get it reinstated on campus. And that has a lot of obstacles, a lot of organization of documents, a lot of things we just got to keep doing to keep the process going forward, and a lot of it is a lot, and it's become an obstacle, but we've learned a lot and we've grown a lot through that.
Mm-hmm. Someone listening to this podcast right now is a musical artist but is skeptical about joining Phi Mu Alpha Sinfonia and other Greek life. Why should students be encouraged to join these organizations?
It's a great opportunity. You get to meet a lot of people, especially the fraternity that we have. It's so specific. It's a music fraternity, but through that you get a lot of people that are more or less very similarly minded to you.
Mm-hmm.
We all have this common factor that we all love music and we're all very passionate about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great opportunity to build those connections through that, and also build one's own musicianship,
Mm-hmm.
Through performance opportunities, rehearsals, and just collaboration. And, sometimes we'll just get together and just make music for the sake of making music. And it's just a fun and super, super rewarding opportunity. And I would say if you're at all curious, check us out. next semester we'll be having recruitment events. We'll be at involvement fairs. Come say hi. Come, get to know us a little bit. We would love to meet you. We're working on recruiting a lot, and open to every major. You just need to be, identify as male and interested in music. You don't need to be a great musician per se. You don't need to be skilled at an instrument, I would say. You don't have to have much musical experience beforehand. It's, we're very welcoming. If you love music, we're happy to have you.
Yeah. And these can be freshmen, sophomore.
Yeah. You can be a freshman coming in first thing on campus. It'd be a great way to really break into the college experience, get to really know people right off the bat. Everyone's welcome.
Awesome. Well said. What inspired you to be a student officer for the Jazz Education Network?
That was definitely a position that kind of just got put onto me, but a little headstrong. I was like, yeah, I'll just go for it. And it's definitely come with some struggles. Again, time management. It's not always an easy thing, and you'll make mistakes. That's one thing I've learned. You will fail. You will make these mistakes, and you just gotta pick yourself back up, learn from it, and move on. And I definitely have. And like my involvement with Jen, it's been a hassle. I've again made mistakes, but I've learned a lot from that, and I've grown a lot from the experience I've had trying to being an officer in Jen. And it's been really rewarding, and it's a great experience. Always taking on leadership positions. I would suggest go for it.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a smaller chair position, if you ever get the opportunity, it's really rewarding, and it really grows your character a lot.
I agree. So for Jen, what events do you guys hold? I know that there's a lot of like jazz ensembles that's happening. Do you guys partake in those or like?
I know the biggest thing with Jen is every month. I think it's like the first Wednesday or something like that. We would host the jazz reading night. We would take over the UC Down Under, and we will just invite everyone on campus in the community to just sight read some jazz tunes. And it's really fun. I know last couple of times we kind of moved towards a smaller kind of combo kind of format. Just like a couple soloists kind of up there playing charts and improvising some tunes.
Yeah.
But it's a really fun experience.
Yeah, fun time. Awesome. So you're a tutor for the music department. How has tutoring helped you develop as a music student, especially as a music educator too?
Yeah, it definitely puts you in the role as maybe not necessarily an educator, but that kind of guidance role. It really gets you to work on those communication and interpersonal skills that you really do need as an educator.
Yeah.
You work to build a rapport with the people you work with, and in the future, that'll be the rapport you build with students, and the relationship you have there is super important to actually being an effective communicator and educator.
Yeah, I agree. Let's move on to topic number 3 about your musical productions. So, what was your favorite part about being a part of the production, The Prom?
It was a really fun experience. It was my first time doing pit orchestra here at campus. So if you don't know what a pit orchestra is, when you do a musical, oftentimes you have an orchestra of live musicians kind of sitting under the stage, giving all the backing music to the singers. My favorite part of it, I would say, it's a good question. Because it was a really fun experience.
Yeah.
The people you work with in pit orchestras, you always become close with, because you're just sitting there really cramped, because they're not really large spaces you work in with a pit orchestra.
Yeah.
So you're really cramped, really close together, and you work with each other a lot. And you kind of have to become best friends with the people you work with in a pit orchestra.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. I would probably say just the people I worked with is probably my favorite part.
How many people are down there in the pit?
It really depends on the show.
Or like, how many were down there?
But we had a particularly large pit orchestra. I can't give an exact number. 20-ish, maybe around 20. It was a lot, though. If you've seen the space, you would tell, oh, you were super cramped. Did not have a lot of leg room, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. And then what did practice or rehearsals look like?
Yeah, so we only had like a few rehearsals together as a pit orchestra until we kind of
Mm.
came with the actual cast of the show. Definitely expected a lot of work outside of rehearsal to make sure you're prepared for all your parts and whatnot.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, we had like a few like maybe hour-long rehearsals just looking at the most, difficult songs in the show and really making sure that they were really clean.
Hmm.
And the big thing with pit orchestra is it's all about the performers on stage.
Mm.
So we really need to be up to pace with, our parts so we don't get in the way of the performers and how they want to, perform the show themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. You performed at the Gala Concert, the marching band, and other productions. A lot of students are afraid of the spotlight or the pressure. How do you deal with it? And yeah, like what's been your journey?
Yeah. Um every every musician goes through this, and it never really goes away. You will always feel a little bit of that pressure,
Mm.
cuz we are our own biggest critics when we get in this habit of expecting to fail. So
Yeah.
I would say one thing, have fun. I assume if you're performing music, you do it because you love it.
Hmm.
And really dig into that. Just have fun performing the music. And another thing is just that mental space, One thing I always like to do sometimes is close my eyes and just like put myself in that situation and then imagine just nailing it.
Hmm.
Having that confidence goes a long way.
Hmm.
And not only will your performance more likely than not actually go better, but you'll feel better doing it and you'll feel better before doing it as well.
I agree. What is your personal challenge when doing these performances? Like, are you afraid of anything going wrong,
Oh, yes. Yes, all the time. Like I said, I too am my own biggest critic, and
Yeah.
I expect myself to fail sometimes. I also fall into those habits, I think of Murphy's Law, I think of everything going wrong, and that's definitely a big obstacle of mine is
Hmm.
trying to not let these nerves, get the better of me. And it happens sometimes, and it's still something I'm working on, and I'll probably keep working on it for years to come because it's so easy to kind of fall into that loop of, you know, low self-confidence and expecting failure. And when you expect failure like that, chances are not you're going to fail
Yeah.
because you build this self-fulfilling prophecy.
Hmm.
So that's definitely something I'm working on. Just, and definitely I too need to really dig on the mindset and really expect myself to succeed because build when you prepare to succeed, you're more likely to succeed.
Yeah.
And it's all about the expectations you build for yourself and the
Hmm.
confidence that you have in yourself.
Hmm. What's your proudest performance you've done or participated in on campus so far?
Mm,
I,
that is a good
no,
question.
I'll give you a
Uh,
second to think about it if you
yeah.
want.
Because this is my second year now, so I've performed a few concerts.
Mm.
Um, this spring or earlier this spring, the orchestra got an opportunity to perform with the Lake Geneva Symphony Orchestra
Mm.
here on campus, and we performed a whole symphony. It was I'm gonna say the wrong one. It was Rachmaninoff's. I want to say second, maybe it wasn't. I'm really bad with the titles. Sue me, but it was an awesome experience playing a whole symphony like that because it was like an hour long,
Hmm.
and the third movement is this big clarinet solo that I was so fortunate to be able to actually perform it on stage,
Hmm.
and it's beautiful music, and it was awesome reception. The audience absolutely loved it. I got so many great compliments, and it just
Hmm.
felt amazing, just doing that huge, massive project, that intricate, giant piece of work that we got to perform,
Yeah.
and yeah, it was overall an awesome experience.
Yeah. It seems like you're doing a lot for a sophomore. Wow, that's crazy. Only 2 years. What is stopping you from becoming an even better musical performer and educator,
um,
in
Honestly,
your opinion?
uh, what I've said before is I get in my way sometimes.
Mm.
I don't always let myself perform to my best ability because I get in my own head, and that's something that I've still got to work on, and I'm sure a lot of people work on it all the time too. Um, it's surprising how easy you can be your own hindrance, and it's sad that it happens, but it does, and it's the biggest struggle with musician is working past that and allowing yourself to make these mistakes without getting so worked up about it and really beating yourself down.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So, are there future performances you want to be a part of that Whitewater's doing?
Um,
Or
well, I know I still got a few concerts left this season.
mm-hmm.
Wind Ensemble is performing this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
In a few weeks, orchestra will have a concert. Um, I know my clarinet ensemble is performing a piece on May 3rd. That I actually composed, and that'll be fun.
Oh yeah. Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shoot. I'm gonna have to show up then.
7:30,
I know
May
Ben.
3rd, Light Recital Hall.
Oh yeah.
Come check it out.
Awesome. For closing remarks, what is one piece of advice you would give a student that is interested in a similar path to yours?
Have grace and patience. Music is not results you get overnight. It's the slow process of consistent and dedicated work that takes time to actually cultivate
Mm-hmm.
any results. You're not gonna always notice the progress you make because it takes a long time to actually make a lot of significant progress,
Mm-hmm.
and just having the patience to go through that entire process. Check back. If you ever watch a video of yourself performing like a year ago, I know I do sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually see the progress you make, and it actually feels great. So just keep that reminder of that. 5 years from now, you'll be in a different place. It just takes a long time to get there,
Yeah.
and you just have to be okay with that.
Mm-hmm. What is one goal you want to achieve by the end of the semester? This could be either personally, academically, or professionally.
Um, yeah, I don't know if I have like a specific like one set goal, but
Mm-hmm.
I just just continuing the progress that I've been making as a musician, as a leader, as a friend,
Mm-hmm.
as a person is just continuing to improve in any
Yeah.
way I can, in
Mm-hmm.
life, and you know
In all aspects.
in all aspects, yeah, in all
Sure.
aspects.
Yeah. From your time at UW-Whitewater, what are you most proud of?
um Honestly, the progress I've made thus far, the opportunities I've been given, um I've gotten a lot of opportunities to actually travel a lot, either through
Mm.
the jazz organization, the Gen, or the Wind Ensemble. Last March, we went to New York and performed at Carnegie Hall, and that was an awesome experience. And I'm so proud of myself to actually make it into the ensemble first year of college and
Yeah.
actually get to earn those opportunities that I've worked for.
Mm. You guys traveled for Gen. Where'd you guys go? And like, what was it for?
Yeah, so every year there's an actually a national
Mm.
like conference, because Gen is an organization that exists across multiple
Oh, really?
colleges and whatnot. So every year, our chapter will support a few people to travel and attend this conference. I know, uh, not this last January, but the last year before that, in 2025,
Mm-hmm.
I went to Atlanta for the conference there, and then this last January, I went to New Orleans and to attend the conference there, and
Oh.
that was an awesome experience. I love that city so much.
New Orleans, yeah.
Ate a lot of good Cajun food, that's for sure.
New Orleans, is that not where jazz was kind of like
Yeah,
originated?
that was the birthplace of jazz. So
Yeah,
it was really
birthplace of
cool
jazz.
being there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was New Orleans, and then Chicago, and then like New Yorkers or those similar places.
Yeah, I know. Definitely, like in the earlier years, Harlem was also
Mm.
a big place for like jazz and like
Yeah.
that growing cultural like revolution.
Yeah, yeah. I'm taking a jazz class, so
Oh, nice.
so I thought I'd bring it up in this discussion. But yeah, I mean, well, everyone, this has been your guest, Ben Pintar. How can students get a hold of you?
Oh, sure. I guess you can follow me on Instagram. It's a bit of a long name. It's Been There, Done That 3141. Or if you just look up Benjamin Pintar, you'll probably just find me on Instagram.
Awesome. I'll go ahead and link those in the description as well. But yeah, I mean, check out Ben Pintar and his productions on the UW-Whitewater platforms. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you all in the next Creating Connections episode. Bye, Warhawks.